All right. Peace, peace, peace. What up? Oh, gosh. First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless you all day. By His mercy, you aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house as body, and two, we're naturally alive, man. And I want to get to this, man, because, you know what? We haven't talked about this in a while, but I was actually reading Genesis the other day, 30. But, was it Genesis 30 or Genesis 20? Back in Genesis, man. But, here's the thing, man, because, a lot of times this happens with our people, man. But, that's how, and honestly, those who are that are Jake Melv or people, this probably has happened to. I'm not sure it's the same for everybody, but most of the people shout out to brother Semi Firstborn for bring this out, man, because it really we're taught that when we hear a voice calling a lot of times too, when nobody because this happened, I could test it because I'm pretty sure it happened to your brothers and sisters when y'all was younger, or even before you came to word, or even now to a degree, but even now I should say too, but more importantly, before you came in the word, because it's him calling you, the Most High Yahweh calling you. And it's because I remember a few times that happened, man, because I was while I was in high school and teenage years, my mom, I'll hear a voice and saying that is the that's my I thought my mom's calling me. Then it was similar to the Samuel situation, but and then she was like, "No, son, I didn't say your name." Then I would say it again. I was like, "Mom," twice. Then she would get upset. I remember that day one time. But then lo and behold, after I came to word, it makes sense. It's like, wow, it's really the Most High house y'all calling the whole time. And I'm pretty sure for y'all brothers and sisters, but the brother sent me first one said, we're taught that's that's Satan, something like that. But no, that's just is what it is too, man. Because a lot of times too, you gotta be like Isaiah, no, Jacob said, "Here am I." Abraham said, "Here am I." Isaiah said it. Samuel said it, man. Because that's what it is, man. But but here's the thing too, but see, that's where when this the on the Most High house has time, because it might not been time to receive the calling yet, man. So that's just is what it is too, because and don't, because the brother said, because he's kind of talking about that too last night, man. Because honestly, yeah, man, it's he's that's just his mercy. If he calls you once and you don't respond to it, hey, listen, that's just is what it is. He might call twice or three. That's all his mercies. But if after that third time, you don't you don't want to hear it, or you don't hearken to it, then hey, man, it's just this is what it is, man. Because he's going to even misconception that I used to say on here a lot of times too. But no, some people are starting to fall gone, because a lot of times that's just his mercy. Honestly, that's why we always go by his mercy. You aren't consumed, because certain people just did too much, man. Honestly, those some people they're too far gone. It's because a lot of times I remember even saying this, there's never too late to repent, but there is, man, because honestly, yeah, here's the thing, we're not entitled. I'm not entitled to forgiveness with with anything, man. That's just by his mercy you weren't consumed. That's just the Most High house. Even if you do something, you're not entitled to his mercy or his forgiveness. You're not. So don't even throw Hail Mary. Don't play like that. It's going for me. I can't even play like that, honestly. Because certain things I do still do is no, he could cast me away at any moment. So let me just that's why it says if a man doesn't run his household inwardly, in the inward house, in fear in the fear of the Lord is going to be overthrown. So and that's why David said, "Cast me not away," and that's kind of what we're going to talk about, Lord willing, later on in another video about cast away. But that's something else. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is right there, man. So that's too, and also too, sometimes certain people it is too late, man. But that's just that's just what it is. But sometimes certain people he's gonna have that mercy on. That's really up to the Most High house shot, man. But pretty much, man, when he's calling, man, and also too that kind of goes into the stuff we talk about, and I'm not mad at people getting their name changed or whatever. Not that's neither here nor there. Especially you come to word and knowledge and you get yourself a Hebrew name. But the shelter brother sent me first one, he said, man, the Most High house I knows your name, man. So that's all it is. What it is. I mean, if you want to do that, fine. But it doesn't matter, because Lord willing, if you're trying to see the place of pleasure, going back to the kingdom, the physical kingdom, because the inward kingdom is important. Then it comes to the physical kingdom. But if you're trying to get that, he's gonna give you that new name, honestly. So it doesn't even matter if I change my name. I'd rather him do it, the Most High house I do it, than and me do it. Because I honestly, shoot, he did that even in the beginning. Even with with Moses and Joshua, man. That's how you know the Most High House comes to the volume of the book is a testimony and witness. That was like, of, because think about, right, because Joshua's original name was O'Shea, and that O'Shea is actually Ice Cube's real name, actually. So that's like a Hebrew, that's the name of our people, O'Shea, but he changed it to Joshua because that, or Yahushua, son of Nun, man. Yeah, because just like the first Yahushua led us into the promised land, the second will, and there's a lot of reasons why they had the same name, but that's one of the reasons why. But also too, that was like a precursor to of Yahushua changing Peter's name, because Peter's name wasn't Peter, it was Caiaphas or Caiaphas, whatever. However you pronounce it, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. So that's how like that testimony, that witness that of that gospel is very important, man. Because also too, wasn't Joshua the leader coming out like in the wilderness? That's why Moses changed his name and ordained him the leader. Well, really the Most High Yahushua did, but then Moses did that same with Yahushua, man. He made him the leader, the stone, the rock of the church, man. So it's all the same game, man. But let's just grab this too. This is Genesis 29. Where's that when Jacob says, "Here am I," man? Because this is all dealing with when he's calling you, man. So let's grab that. I think where is it at? Where is it at when he says, "Here am I"? Hold on, y'all. All right, peace. Yeah, I found it. It says Genesis chapter 31 and 11. It says, "And the angel of Yahweh spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I say, Here I am. I mean, here am I." So yeah, exactly, man. It's the Most High Yahweh calling you, man. So same thing Isaiah said, So yeah, man. So when he calls you, man, do not, don't take that to voicemail, or it might lead it, or don't think it's spam, man. Like, listen, man, take heed to it, man. Honestly, man, because this is just something that we talked about this in the past, but we haven't talked about this in a while. And shout out to brothers send me firstborn and the Most High Yahushua, through brothers like send me firstborn for bringing, and other brothers for bringing that back to remembrance, man, because we haven't talked about this in a while. But let's get this Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 8. It says, "Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? Whom will go for us? Then said, Here am I, send me." So exactly, man. So that's just what it is, man. So you see that the Most High House said that to Isaiah, and even Jacob, Abraham, Samuel, yeah, man. Like even Yahushua, man, did that. He was going to do that to take it away that reproach. One, for the Most High and the Most High's fathers and His namesake, His holy namesake, and also two, to get rid of sin and death, and so that we can come over sin and death, and and to save us, man. So but that's is what it is, though, man. So but that's all Him calling you, man. Honestly, man, that's just yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. So it's like this on a natural tip, right? Since we just actually watched a clip of X DMX, man, it's like that because he's all dealing with sincerity and truth. Because I remember watching a clip of X, man, it was when late 90s, 96, 97, really, that around that era when he was good, late 90s, 96 and on up in 97, on up when he's just about to when he's just getting into, well, not really, because he had stuff going on before that. He had the other singles and little before that, and demo tapes before that. But he said one time how he disclaimer, I'm gonna mention Diddy, but it's not gonna be nothing crazy. He said he freestyled for Diddy to get signed to Bad Boy. I think it's after Biggie passed away or whatever. But he's like, listen, listen, I respected, Diddy, because he said it to my face. He said it, he didn't give me the runaround. He said, listen, your voice is too, the gruff, the voice is not marketable. So, but then once he, I think Get At Me Dog, or his, his features on the Locks and 4321 with LL Cool J, things in nature, it kind of got popular. That's when Diddy had called him back. He said, listen, man, whatever Def Jam gave you, because I think got signed to Def Jam after that. He said, whatever Def Jam gave you, no, I'm gonna double that. And DMX was like, no, man, because you should have saw that then. And I said that to say, because that's how that's how the Most High House operates, man. Especially when they call you, no, man, don't call me when you're in distress. That's what Proverbs 1 is about, and the second Ezra's 9 through the verses 9 through 12 is about, man. Because no, don't call me when you reach calamity and time of distress. I called you even before that, but you wasn't trying to hear that. So no, I'm kind of good off that, because if a natural man is like that, how much more is like, the Heavenly Father, the Most High house shots like that, man. Because it's like, all right, now sometimes he can be like, he can, like, he can answer because that's all due to his mercies. Nothing on like my own merit. It's nothing on our own merit. But that's just the aspect of that. Like, yeah, man, that's just what it is, man. Because you should have saw that then. You should know who I was then. Like, because listen, like the brother said from the Most High, like, about Assembly Firstborn said, man, the Most High house, man, they're not men, like, they don't move like, with open arms. I'm just always gonna be here waiting for you. No, 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 no. That's the opposite of that. Because I know that's what's taught to us, like, because how it is too with Natural Man, with the Disney program, and like, and also too, like, this Jeremiah 3, like prophecy, Jeremiah 31:22, and stuff like that, and all that stuff, like, this mother goddess worship, and and stuff like that, and a lot of women there used to dealing with men like that, like, they approach the Heavenly Father like that, even that's not to also talking about natural women, just like, Jeremiah 6:2, because it's the same type of deal, like, Israel just are people like that. Do you think he's just always going to be there? No, once he's done, he's done. He's not the Urkel type, he's not the Steve Urkel type, he's not going to just like, I'll always be waiting there for you, or always going, nothing like you see in these rom-com or romance movies. Like, that's why even if you look at the word romance, it means really pretty much fantasy, pretty much. That's what it is. But all the romantic and romance, that's what it means. But he's not like that. Listen, once he kind of extends himself to you and you say, no, I'm good, but he might do it 2 or 3 times at best, because that's like what Brother Assembly Firstborn said, like 2 or 3, like, to 2 or 3 witnesses, every that matter has been established. I'm done. I'm cool. Like, it's all good. You go your way. Like, you live the life. But yeah, I'm not. Don't call me. Yeah, with that. So that's just what it. Now, if he does more than that, that's really that's really his mercy. But because a lot of times too, man, people just don't take heed to warnings, and like, no, a lot of us, like, tell them to take heed to warnings, and also and chances, man. Because I remember watching like this with my homie, man. It's shout out to the guy. He actually does a good job. It's called American Confidential. The I ain't gonna blow a brother up, man, but he does stuff here in Philly and other places too as well. But pretty much street stuff that going on, gang violence, or like, street violence in here in the city in Philadelphia, like, whether it's the things on street violence, or like gang violence, or like, click violence, or like, drugs, like, that, like, that aspect, he touches on that. But man, we was watching an episode one time, and I say it's good in that aspect of like, listen, these young brothers need to hear that. Our people, younger people, need to hear that, see the result of that, because it's a good channel in that aspect. But also too is he one time when we were at we were watching an episode, man. This brother had, like, it happens to a lot of brothers, like, and a lot of our brothers, even and sisters, a lot of our people, like, throughout the world, man, especially here, man, like, they get a bunch of chances, man, because he constantly, like, because the brother, he did robberies, man, like, he kept robbing places, doing too much, man. He got like, but the brother, that's like level of completion, because we counted, the brother got like 7 chances. Now I think the brother's doing life, but it's like, bro, that's that Ecclesiastes 8:11, man. Like, just because it sends a judgment, against the evil work doesn't come speedily. It's setting sons of men to keep doing evil, because you think you're invincible now. You think it's not going to happen. Like, that's just what it is too, man. So I just wanted to say that, man. Like, hopefully it's edifying, man. So much love to your brothers and sisters. So peace.